Welcome to Washington East to West Sports. This is episode 145. I am Matt Beatty, joined alongside as usual by Sean Beatty and Kevin Ardolph. If you want to get involved in the show, go ahead and blue sky at us. I'm a Master B. Sean's at Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is at Emerald Bowler. On X, Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is C to Believe, SEA to Believe. Subscribe to us on YouTube and tell us what you think of the topics we talk about in the comments below. Let's talk about the biggest news in the Pacific Northwest. No, it is not the Seahawks. It is our own Kevin Ardahl bowling a perfect 300 game for the first time. So we have the exclusive interview here. Kevin, how does it feel to have a 300 bowling game?
It feels pretty damn good. It took long enough, that's for damn sure. Yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking going up in the 12th, honestly. Your legs feel like trees in a hurricane, but you just got to focus on throwing, where your mark is and making sure that you essentially, because you're not going to throw, your timing's not going to be great, so you just kind of have to make sure that your arm speed and rotation is good enough and you're hitting your mark, which I did. And then everybody went ape shit and a lot of celebrations, hugs and shit. And yeah, it was pretty epic to finally get it off the back to where future ones won't be nearly as, I mean, everybody always gets nervous no matter how many 300s. Even like Jason Belmonte is one of the best bowlers in the world. He's like every time I throw a 300, I get a little nervous. So
Did you have any urge to shout "I'm him" after you had the 300 bowled?
I thought about doing the Belmo. Belmo's it's like a boom type of deal, like points down type of deal. But or doing my normal AJ Styles like hand thing. But no, I was just so pumped. I just like did like a Goku charge afterwards, like just screaming "fuck yeah." So
And then for Sean, what's the highest game you've ever bowled?
120? Yeah,
It's all
think
right.
about
It's
all
all
right.
right.
yeah, I suck at bowling. There you go.
Fair,
Darts
fair.
too. Darts
My,
too. Suck at
Mine was
darts.
225 when I was 12. Nine pin no tap tournament, won a bowling ball. That's my peak.
Yeah.
So
Oh no. Okay.
yeah. All right. Well, congrats to Kevin, but let's talk some professional sports. Not that Kevin's not, well, it could be here soon, but we'll see about that. But let's talk some professional football, and we know who the Seahawks will be playing. They will be playing the San Francisco 49ers at 5 p.m. on Saturday on Fox. The 49ers defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 23 to 19. Sean, what did you think of the game against the Eagles, and what do you think about this matchup for the Seahawks?
This is why I wanted the Eagles to win because the Eagles looked terrible. Like I I would say the 49ers didn't look much better, but like um it was a slot fest for a while, and the 49ers being the better team pulled it out in the end, but they did lose Kittle, looks like, to an Achilles injury. Um, so yeah, it was a game of football that was played. I guess we could say that technically. Um,
That is true.
you just the Eagles, you can't function with a run first game in NFL 2026, 2025. It's just you have to be able to throw the ball. And actually, I think of all the things in the past, it's been Hurts has just not been very good. Hurts actually played a better game, and AJ Brown was the one who decided to check out this game. So like, I, I don't I don't know what was going on there, and that's a whole nother. That's kind of been their whole season. It's just like the drama from everybody and everything. So there was dysfunctional. If there was a other functional team in the NFC East, they don't win that division clearly, but someone had to win it. They're getting free wins all day, and yeah, bummed we don't get to play the Eagles and get a free walk to the conference championship game. But if you want to, someone said if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So here we are, round three. Let's do the thing.
Kevin, what did you think of the Niners? What do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, the game was interesting. Eagles defense tried to hold him in as long as they kind of could, but just Eagles offense, yeah, like just a lot of drop passes by AJ Brown, which is unclear. Like, because me and Sean are big fans of AJ Brown. Like, we wanted AJ Brown. Like,
As a football, the last 2 years he really needs to shut up a little bit more. But
yes,
yeah,
no,
football wise, yeah, fantastic. Yeah,
yes, I agree with that. but yeah, it was just unfunctioning offenses going against each other, more so of San Fran just being hurt versus Eagles just not knowing what the heck is going on. Hence why they're now on their fifth OC in 5 years, which is interesting. Um, as far as San Fran coming to us, it's kind of out of the options. I mean, sure, I would have took Green Bay, but like that is the next best thing just because the Niners are just really hurt. They lost Kittle. They now the difference is they will have Trent Williams back, which they did not have in their second game, and Trent Williams is an all-pro tackle. That makes a big difference. To where I don't think we're going to get home as much on Brock as what we
My
did the
my
first.
question for you is, Kevin, if Ricky Pearsall doesn't play though, who's catching a pass other than McCaffrey for them though? So you could block all day, but if
Yeah,
it's
it's
like three of us running around out there, like I don't, against these corners,
Juwan Jennings can. He's just very inconsistent. Juwan
he's a
Jennings.
nice number three, but he's now your one. Like that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's essentially, can you stop McCaffrey? That's I mean, you did see that Robinson kid do some okay things, but honestly, it's just you got to shut down Christian
And you
McCaffrey.
have to shut down not in the running game because they'll clearly do that. His
Yeah.
over the shoulder touchdown catch from Jawan Jennings was a wide receiver catch. Like that was like Willie May style over the shoulder. I was like, that's what you got to worry about with McCaffrey. He's an NFL wide receiver out there. You got to shut him down there.
Yep. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
He has
Um,
106 passes caught or something this year, something stupid.
it's ridiculous. So, you really have to worry. Like, you have to have a game plan of like, especially that second touchdown where he comes out, does like a fake out going into the flat and then curls in type deal for the
Yeah.
touchdown. You got to have something prepared for things along that line, like linebackers that are just holding ground.
I
Or
I would just treat him if Kittle doesn't play, let Nick cover him. Treat him like a wide receiver. Don't even
yeah,
let a linebacker because he's gonna eat your linebacker alive.
yeah,
Treat him
essentially,
like a
Did you say
tight
if
end or
Kittle doesn't play?
well, yeah, okay, sorry, Kittle won't
Yeah.
play. Yeah, like yeah, but
Bill's done,
like it,
Bill's done
put
for a
Nick
Yeah,
on
while.
him.
he's yeah.
Like that's your next best option because
Essentially,
make
that
him cover him.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
essentially say, Nick, wherever he goes, you go.
yeah. Treat him like a wide receiver because if you shut down McCaffrey in the passing game, I'm gonna be like, Juwan Jennings, you go for 200 yards, then we deserve to lose. Do it.
Mhm.
Like I dare you and Brock Purdy to connect for 180 and two touchdowns. If you short of that, I don't think you win this game.
No,
Like yeah,
I think it's just going to really depend. This game's going to depend on the offense of the Seahawks,
yep,
of whether we do the whole let's shoot ourselves in the foot game.
yeah.
Um, and if Sam Darnold can just be like, I'm not saying Sam Darnold the last game did what Sam Darnold didn't go crazy, but he was a good game manager, and that's all we need. And honestly, like the score should have been even higher just from weird,
Missing
miss.
field goals and not running the ball three times. That was it. Like yeah,
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
not running the ball when you're on the 1 yard
yeah. That
line.
was it.
So, um, just do good game management. Don't make crazy stupid throws. And even their front four is or excuse me, yeah, the defense of the front four of the
Yep.
Niners is just
And to point out, Kevin, we'll have crossback this time too, which we did not have
yeah,
last time.
yes,
So
that's a big thing. We'll have a Royo back, I believe, as well,
as
which
well, yes,
awesome.
and Colby Bryant will be back as well.
Yeah. So those factors, honestly, this should be a blowout. I don't think we're going to hold them to three again, but we shouldn't let them get more than like 10 to 13 points. But you should also be dropping on them minimum 21. So, yeah.
These NFC West games are
I
slugfest though, usually.
I have a friend in the office who's a Eagles fan, and he messaged me immediately after the game. He's like, "I want Patullo gone now," and he got
Yeah,
his wish today. So,
Eagle
the,
fans are not happy.
yeah, the Eagles were the better team. They just kind of let it go. They had to stop Christian McCaffrey. Couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey. He had two touchdowns through the air. That's the key. Like, stop Christian McCaffrey, and you win the game. So that's what the Seahawks did first time. That's what they have to do this time. So, I think the game, you know, we saw this 2 weeks ago. I it's Sean mentioned it's an NFC West battle. I'm not expecting the Seahawks to blow them out, although I think they should. I'm not expecting them to blow them out. I think the 49ers are going to come prepared, and I think they're going to be playing a very good game in spite of all the factors that have been against them this year. But I do not want the Seahawks to underestimate this point because this could, if you know, get, like Kevin said, you shoot yourself in the foot a couple times. They take advantage of good field position, and then you got to play catch up. Now, we've done it in the past and played catch up and won games, but that's not what I want or what is something that the Seahawks should not allow to happen. Like, let your defense do its thing, get ahead early, put it away, and win the game. So, I've been seeing a lot of fans online, and Seahawks ticket people are selling it to Seahawks fans, so that is a good thing. We don't need any 49ers fans there, so we need that building really loud. And I'm confident they're going to win, but I expect this to be a bit closer than Seattle's minus 7.5. I think the 49ers will cover. Um, but I do expect the Seahawks to win. I mean, let's do some predictions right now. Um, I think the Seahawks will win 27-23. Sean, what do you think?
It, again, it's 2025, 26. A running back can't be the reason you lose. And again, not him running the ball is the problem because that will never happen again. It's him being a wide receiver. Because right now, can you name the other two wide receivers that are going to run out there for the 49ers other than
Marcus
Jennings?
Robinson
You got one more.
and some dude.
So they're going to run out one NFL wide receiver and their backup tight end, Tonga.
So,
Okay.
so the question is, do you think Brock Purdy's that dude?
It doesn't. The issue is not does that dude. There is a you see with Mahomes this year. You see with Josh Allen. You see with everybody. There's a level of you need NFL competency at a position to like get
Right.
open. Like there, like if you're running one NFL caliber
But
guy, it
they've
doesn't
had that in
matter
the
who the
past and
quarterback
they've
is.
done just fine. So,
They've had NFL
On
caliber guys.
on teams
They had
though.
Debo and Ayuk running around out there, Matthew. Like that's different than
well, Ayuk is not good and Debo is fine,
Ayuk
but
is good. Ayuk's
I
crazy. Like it's the
he's
problem.
not. But okay,
He is very good. That is an
he's not.
insane statement. Yeah.
He's not.
Yes. Uh, like, yeah. It, wow, that was not smart. Okay, so but like I don't think Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy's not the dude, but Kyle Shanahan's gonna drop some game plan. The problem's gonna be is like other than Jennings, I'm like, who cares who's out running around out there? The problem's gonna be is like the 49ers or the Seahawks should put your foot on this team and give it to them because like again, you have one NFL guy run around out there and then Christian McCaffrey. And if you're going to bottle him up in the running game and then like just don't let him do an over shoulder trick play catch, and you should be okay there. To Kevin's point, it is Kyle Shanahan. They're gonna get double digits. It's gonna happen. It's just like we're not gonna stop them to 3 again. They're gonna find a way. I think 13 is a reasonable number. Like Kevin, I think you said 10 or 13. I think 13. If you give up 13 to this, yeah, you have like maybe a turnover on the 2 and they run it in. Something other than that, like 13
Right.
points on like sustained drives. I think that's a lot to ask of them. Like against this defense, like that would be like. So the defense is going to have to step up for the 49ers, and I think they are horrible against the run. You feed Charbonnet and Canine and be like, hey, until you can stop this, because they went off last game. Like just until you could stop it, I don't even need to worry about him back here and all the Arroyo, JSN. It doesn't matter until you can show me this. And then you run some play action, do some things, but like just run it. And then when Kevin's point, and that game changes completely if they just on that goal line stance, you just run it. That game's over really early in like the second.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just coast and run it some more, and you don't have to worry about the other part of it. So I feel like Kevin could be right, but there's the whole idea of the NFC West. It's you never know what's going to happen, but like talent wise, the 49ers are just so banged up at this point. It doesn't. They're not in the same stratosphere at this point. It's got to be something like 28-13. I don't see how they get more than 13 points other than a Seahawks mistake. And I'm not going to bake in Seahawks mistakes to my prediction because like I'm assuming they're just going to run it. Sam Darnold's going to protect it. And if all you say is like just protect it, don't get a freaky bounce off someone's hands, you should kind of blow them out a little bit. Like they just don't have the bodies anymore. With Kittle being out now too, like it's just Tonga's not. Tonga and Jennings running around out there is not going to like strike fear into me. Like it's just not in 2026 an NFL team. It's just not going to happen. No matter how good Kyle Shanahan is, there's a limit to talent. We've seen it happen over and over and over with these elite guys. It's just like you still have to have NFL bodies around out there, and it's just not the case right now for them. And so Trent Williams is a great lineman, but blocking for who to get open because Jennings and Robinson are going to go in Spoon and Woolen again with Mike McDonald calling plays. I just had some mismatch like all game, and then Nick just blowing up Tonga. I don't see how anyone's getting open at this point. Like at least not for a while. That's going to be plenty of time for them to dial up some blitzes and get those front four, get some pressure on this offense on Brock Purdy, and that was the key. It was not Christian McCaffrey. It was getting in Brock Purdy's face because they beat up Brock Purdy. Every time he even tried to think about stepping back, they blasted him in the mouth. I think we talked about it on this. Like 40% of his snaps, he got hit in the face. So if you tell me I got to drop back 28 times, I'm going to get hit 14 times. I don't really like that going into this game if I'm Brock Purdy. So give Brock Purdy that fear again. Like give him that because he did not play well last game against the Eagles. The best pass was Juwan Jennings like the whole game for the 49ers, I feel like. So, which, by the way, did you see this? He was actually a better ranked prospect in his quarterback class than Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, and one other NFL guy, but I can't remember who it was. So Juwan Jennings actually has some quarterback chops coming out of high school. I just saw that. He was like the number 4 quarterback in his year, and that includes like 3 NFL
Doesn't he have like 7 completions and 5 touchdowns or something like that?
Yeah, he has like
something like
literally
that.
a perfect quarterback ranking in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy. Like he has 2 playoff touchdowns, I believe, too. And someone was making a comment like Darnold has like 1 or 0 or something. Juwan Jennings has 2 in the playoffs or something like that. Like after this game, so it's just like I just Brock Purdy hasn't looked the same. There's just not as many options when Kittle got hurt running around out there. It's going to be can Kyle Shanahan draw up like super mega plays, and even a genius like Kyle, I don't see him being able to work with so little right now. And I'm not sad about it for the 49ers. I'll take it all day. Like put your throat on him early, run the ball, and make Brock Purdy throw this ball, and that should be a recipe for success. Throw it into
Kevin,
the teeth of Mike McDonald. Yeah.
what do you think? What's your score? What's the prediction?
I think we could dump more on them, but because it's an NFC West game, even though they're on backups, they did play well, but also that's like the Eagles are just playing, even though they had their starters, the Eagles are just playing like ass.
That's to Matt's point. Everyone in Philly has wanted him fired. The OC for all year. They
Yeah.
are not.
Oh my God, I've
happy
heard
with
it the
way
entire
offense is
year,
going here.
but it's weird because like the 2 times they went to the Super Bowl, both those OCs took head coaching jobs, and then the
Yep.
other 3 years they've made it to the wild card and fizzled out. And it's just, I mean,
This year
on one
was
hand, it's like Jalen
especially
Hurts needs
terrible.
some consistency, but on the other hand, like if you're a good player, an OC should either not like completely elevate or like
It,
put it down. So it's hard to tell how good Jalen Hurts really is, but he
Jalen
has a
Hurts,
Super Bowl
I
ring.
think,
So
is mid, which isn't like people say mid is like a insult. I think he's fine. Like it's fine. He's
I,
not gonna be a world beater, and he's not gonna be the worst. But the problem is gonna be is like having multiple halves where you have like less than like 10 yards of passing is it's not Jalen Hurts is better than that. So clearly the issue is other things, and like the locker room was clearly dysfunctional the whole season. It was just everything just fell apart, and it was
and
time
did you
to
guys see
clean
that
up.
kid? I forget what his name was, but he's
Yeah, I
like,
saw the kid on
I want AJ Brown gone, and
I
I
want
mean,
him
I could see
flipping
it happening.
burgers.
I could see it
I want to
happening,
flip.
and
I
then
want to see him
Patula's
flipping
flipping
burgers.
burgers at McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
yeah.
ahead,
But
Kevin.
anyways, go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
no, you're good. I think with the offensive weapons of Arroyo and then having Cross back for blocking, we honestly, if we scored like 28 or more, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think since it's an NFC West game, they're going to play tough. It's going to be chippy. I think it's going to be like 24-13.
Yeah.
Um, just because they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit more and just play management and then just kind of eat away time to where it's not going to be as high a scoring.
Maybe
Uh,
to your point, Kevin, I think they probably get the 24 pretty early and
oh,
then just kind of
by
run
the
it
way,
and run
I
some
thought of
clock.
another wide receiver on the 49ers,
Who?
Sky Moore.
Oh, that is right.
Oh
That is
my
he
God.
is over
He's
there.
the returner, technically, and a receiver. Yeah,
He
that's
does technically have the designation of wide receiver, I guess,
yeah,
Also,
technically.
I did
yeah.
bring up this point, and a coworker said it was weird that don't we say the 49ers are banged up every year? Maybe there's something to that.
They're
I
kind
would
of
say
becoming
every
the
year.
Chargers a little bit.
I think it's the Chargers. The 49ers, I feel like every 3 or 4 years go through a cycle where their entire team is destroyed. And then they're like, we're healthy for 2 years and our entire team's destroyed. I feel like they do that. Because remember, there was that year ago, a couple years ago, where Bosa and everybody tore their ACLs for them? It was like
Yep.
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Hmm.
It's like it happens cyclical. Like everyone gets hurt or like no one gets hurt. I feel like because remember there's a year where McCaffrey and Kittle were all healthy. The what do they call themselves? The Avengers or whatever it was.
Yeah,
They were all
some shit like that.
where they're
Yeah.
all healthy and they went to the Super Bowl, everything like that. But then like the year after they all tore their Achilles or the year before they did all
Yeah.
that stuff. I feel like they all are hurt or all healthy.
So,
But
something in the Bay Area. I don't know what it is.
yeah, I honestly think this game should be a just easy peasy lemon squeezy to where we move on to the NFC Championship. Where I,
Do you have faith in that, Kevin? Because I feel like Mike has done a better job of putting the boot to people when he has a chance than the
yeah,
previous regime.
yeah,
But do you feel confident it's going to be that way? You think they're going to put the boot to the 49ers?
I think they would. Yeah, it's just like Sam Darnold just has to not do dumb crap. That's essentially it. Just don't do dumb things. Um, and this should be very easy,
Take
honestly.
every layup you got. Take every
If
single
Kittle
layup.
was playing, if Kittle was playing, I'd say it might be a little bit harder, and Pearsall.
And
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
if since they're not, um,
Is Pearsall beneficial? I didn't see
I
that.
don't know yet. But even if Pearsall's in there, I was more worried about Kittle than Pearsall. Honestly, I
Yeah,
think.
but Pearsall's an NFL wide receiver. I mean, he's actually pretty talented, I would say. Just he's always hurt. Like I feel like.
But no, I if Pearsall plays, they might maybe get to 17 points, if that. But like I said, this defense is just so freaking locked in. Unless injuries occur, which I'm knocking on wood right now, like. But even then, like our depth is so good too. And like I said, you're getting Kobe Bryant back, plus you still have depth. Like, oh, it should be. I think we're going to see NFC championships, which honestly we'll probably go against the Rams. And honestly, I'm going to say this now, that might be the most sweet road to success for Seahawks fans. That if we beat the 49ers and then beat the Rams to go to the Super Bowl and then win the Super Bowl in the 49ers backyard, does it get any sweeter than that?
That is
Like,
true.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is
The
true.
problem is, I was telling somebody, I was like, the downside of that though is like if you lose that, it's the
yeah,
worst.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But
All right. Well, Kevin predicted, we predicted. Let's talk about the other game in the NFC playoffs. That is the Bears hosting the Rams on Sunday at 3:30. Rams are 3.5 point favorites. Kevin, who do you like in this one?
um, it's tough because Bears are very hot and cold, as we saw in this past game. Like they can light it up. The run game is very, very good. Um, and the Rams have been kind of like very inconsistent the last 6, 7 weeks. It's not the Rams that we're normally accumulated to seeing of just though. I mean, I will say Puka Nacua is still playing very hot, and all their tight ends are doing well. It's just like I expect a little bit more dominance out of Sean McVay in them, and it's been a little bit of a struggle bus. And I think that kind of goes to their O line not being as solidified as what they thought. To where, and then also Matthew Stafford just kind of getting a little bit older, um, and their defense is solid in my opinion. I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's as good as what a lot of people elect it to be. Um, but all in all, that still makes their all-around team good. Like they're still good. Like you have to respect them. There's a lot of talent on that team. Um, hmm,
I mean, looking at the game, they put up a ton of yards against the
yeah,
Panthers. They just had 10 penalties. I think that was like their biggest and a turnover. Like that was their
and
they allowed the Panthers to hang around.
that Bears defense going against yeah. Honestly, I think the Rams take it. They're just the all-around better team. It could go to a shootout. Who knows? I'm gonna say oh God. I'm gonna say 27-24 Rams.
Sean, what do you got?
I'll keep it short and simple. The Rams are the better team. Man, as much as I would love the Bears to win this game, see a Bears Seahawks championship. Just like if nothing else, just for the Bears fans too. Like, you know what I mean? Like those fans, they've had it rough over there for a while, and they stay, and so they're always the little brothers, and so it's just been great to watch them beat the Packers, and hope that, and if they could beat the Rams, I'd be like, oh, for us fans, beating the Packers and the Rams is like, oh, awesome, two teams that I do not enjoy. That'd be awesome for you guys, but I just don't see how they're there yet. I will say this: Colson Loveland is a dude. Like that tight end might be the best tight end in football already. Just throwing it out there. He, man, that he when he worked that poor what was it, number 39 on that one route. I was just like, man, that is a NFL Julio Jones type move, and he's a tight end. I was like, oh my gosh, and Caleb Williams put it right on him for that touchdown, like the goal line. I was like, whew. So I think Caleb Williams, man, he can do so many crazy things. I think another year with Ben Johnson will be great, but I think this year he's still kind of a maverick, a little bit of a wild card, making some mistakes with the football, gets a little loose, but when he rolls out, man, some of those throws he made were like highlight reel, like wow, prime Russell, prime Mahomes, type throws. You're like, wow, like those are crazy athletic throws. But he does a couple things where you shake your head every once in a while, a couple times a game, had 2 picks again, and it's just like, I think with the Rams and how they're playing, if Matthew Stafford again, like they put up over 400 yards, giving that offense more shots at it is not the way you're going to beat them. You're going to have to protect the ball. Ben Johnson's going to have to protect the ball. I think their matchup styles don't go. They want to like get crazy, get the game crazy, and the more chances you give that Rams offense is the worst case scenario right now. And I think Caleb Williams is going to give them a couple extra shots at the apple, and unlike the Packers, they're going to take advantage of it. And I think that's going to be the difference. They'll probably make a game of it, but I'd say 28-38 Rams.
Uh, yeah, this game is interesting because I think the Rams have played pretty well. Before the season started, I just thought the Bears needed a coach that would get that offense going, and I think Ben Johnson has shown that he's been able to do that. Um, my that 3.5 point LA Rams favorite is I just hmm. You know, I think I'm going to take the Bears in this one. I think Ben Johnson has been pretty good against Sean McVay as the Rams OC. I think he knows how to carve up that defense, and it's going to be cold in Chicago. It's going to be cold. So I think the run games are going to be a much bigger factor than they might normally be in such circumstances. So I don't know how many points are scored in this game because it feels like it's going to be a cold, like gross beat 'em up game. I'm going to take the Bears 20-17. I think it's going to be a lower
I
scoring
mean,
game.
that's best case scenario for the
All
Seahawks. I
right.
would be so excited for that one. That would be
Yeah.
really
Uh,
quickly. Who's winning the AFC real
I
fast?
know
So I'm
that's what
sure we got.
I was gonna swap over to. So
Oh,
AFC,
okay.
we got the Broncos and the Bills, and boy, I mean, I predicted the Jaguars. I was wrong. Josh Allen got it done, and he got his ass kicked in that game, and,
He
and still
he
got it
really
done.
did. He really got beat up.
So I think this man is on a mission, and his wife won a couple awards for the Sinners movie. So I think that family in general is on a roll right now. So I don't think that is going to be slowed down. The Broncos have a great defense, don't get me wrong, but I think the offense and Josh Allen just willing this team to victory, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Khalil Shakir, just guys are going to do enough to get it done, but it's not going to be. I think it's going to also be kind of low scoring because I wonder if the Broncos offense can really do enough, and that's been pretty much the question all year is that that defense holds the other team enough to where the Broncos can win, and I don't think I see it happening. So I'm going to take the Bills 21-17, I think. Sean, what do you think?
Who did you said Dawson Knox and who?
Dalton Kincaid?
Man, I just you said Ricky Pearsall was or Ayuk was bad. You just named a bunch of poop for the Bills.
I don't know what
Like
you're
I
talking
just
about. Two,
it's like the Bills. The only problem is going to be is like they had a bunch of injuries in the wide receiver room, and they were already banged up back there, and they already weren't good. When 90-year-old Brandon Cooks is your maybe best receiver. I just
How old is Brandon Cooks really though? What is he like 32? Let's see. Let's
probably
see.
30, 32. Yeah, that's old for a NFL wide receiver. Julio Jones's career was done at like 33. Yeah, he was at toast. Like, yeah, like age out, man. It's 2026. Like it's like it's just gonna be the same thing. Can Josh Allen carry them? Can Josh Allen go beast mode? He was the best quarterback in week one of all the games, and he's gonna need to do it again. And can he do it? Absolutely. I mean, to the point, we just saw it. Can he do it? Yeah, it's gonna be harder to lift, but like people are saying, like it's a harder lift and everything like that. But he's beat great defenses, quarterback, superstar quarterbacks, supersede defenses. Can he do it? It's gonna be harder because again, he doesn't have a lot of help. But man, I would love to see it. I'd love to see the Bills in the finals or in the conference finals. I'll say yes. I if the defense for the Bills play like they did last week, that's enough to beat the Broncos. So I'll say yes. I'll agree. I think the Bills get it done, but it's going to be 23-20 Bills.
Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, that defense is better than Jacksonville's by a lot.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's Josh Allen if he goes
Josh Allen is Josh Allen, but Bill's defense is Bill's defense, and they are terrible.
They didn't do terrible against the Jags, and the Broncos offense is
Yeah, the
fun.
Broncos offense is more of the key for me, Kevin.
But the
Yeah,
thing is,
Broncos offense is total fun.
Bill's defense is terrible at one very key factor, which is stopping the run. And
Broncos are terrible at running the ball.
true, but you also have mobility with a quarterback and a running back situation to where I think they're going to dial up a lot of weird run stuff to where you just try
It's
to
never been
pound.
Sean McVay's game. Bo Nix is going to be running is going to probably be the key, but at some point he's got to make a pass, and that dude, it's Rico from
Oh, I think it's going to be closer
2019.
than what a lot of people expect.
Didn't we just say 3 points?
Yeah,
Because
I said four.
like, I was like, that's a field goal. Like, I didn't call a blowout.
I don't think it's yeah. Yeah, if Josh Allen can do Josh Allen things, of
It's
course.
basically a coin flip game. It's like Denver's favored by one right now.
Yeah. But at home in that environment, like, ooh, I could see it going either
Josh
way.
Allen can play in the cold. I hear. I mean, I've heard he's used to it.
I hear that's yeah.
Actually, it's pretty warm in Buffalo this time of year. I don't know if you guys know that. It's like
I don't want to
60
doubt
and sunny.
really don't. God, that's good. I don't know. I'm excited. Frick. I want to give it to Denver, but I'm gonna go with Josh Allen.
That was exactly what I did. My brain was like, do it, but I was like, nah, it's close enough. Bills.
I'm gonna say 17-16.
If
There you go.
if Josh Allen hadn't done it, I would have given it to the Broncos. But Josh Allen just proved me wrong, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Although,
And now we go.
how much more can he get beat up though? Like he went to
You
Malcolm
probably
at
get beat up more. You probably could beat up more.
3 times. He went to Malcolm at 3 times, Josh. Like
And then we got on the other side Patriots, Texans. This is an interesting one because the Texans defense is really good. And I haven't really been much of a believer in Drake May this entire season. I think their schedule's been pretty soft. I'm going to take the Texans in this one, I think. I think I'm going to take the Texans. I don't know how much either of these offenses really do. I'm going to go 16-13 Texans. Sean, what do you got?
the frustrating part about the Texans game is the Texans offense was moving the ball and CJ Stroud decided to be stupid like 3 or 4 times. It was like that pick on the goal line. What are you doing? You throw it the first time it's open, it's a touchdown. And then he's like, I'm just going to throw the pick instead. It just like to Sam Darnold, like CJ Stroud, you're immensely talented. Just can you not be stupid for a half and the game's over? Like, because with that defense and you're just not stupid, game's over. Because the best two defenses in football are Texans and Seahawks. So you just line those two ends up and say, go get them. And then Devin Singletary is going to lock down your guy. That's butt slaps and game plans. Like, that's it. Like, go get him and we're going to lock down this guy. There you go. Drake May is, I wouldn't say the dude, but he's pretty close to a dude now. But the criticism of not playing anybody is valid. and the Chargers are terrible, and they looked awful for that majority of that game. For 3 quarters, they looked awful. It's it's gonna come down to which team makes the biggest play, and I feel like that's just basically a coin flip. It's just like who misses it. Like you get a wide receiver streaking, taking a slant 80 yards because the cornerback missed a tackle. Which team's gonna do that? I don't know because one has Christian Gonzalez who's really good, the other one has Devin Singletary who's really good. I like which All Pro corner is gonna miss the tackle. If you know the answer right now, please tell me.
Devin Singletary.
I'll go to Vegas. I don't know who's gonna miss the play. Um, I want the Texans to win. Because I couldn't imagine a more boring AFC Championship game than Broncos Patriots. Gouge my eyes out with boredom of that. Like not because of the organizations, but because of how both teams play football. Like that is the most boring game imaginable. Versus like what I'd hope to be, or likely to be the Seahawks and Rams, which would be like the most exciting shootout of all time, and scratch my eyes out boring on the other side. Just because of that, I got to go with Matthew. I got to pick the Texans. Not even my head. I just want the Texans to win so much that I'm like, please don't make the other matchup like kill me. So Texans 21-20. There you go.
Kevin, what do you got?
It's tough because like I could see the Pats pulling it off because they are balanced pretty much everywhere except for one place. Um, and seeing a Josh Allen Patriots, rubber match would be fun to see in the AFC Championship.
That is true. I do agree.
Just not
But
not Broncos Patriots, please, for the love of God.
but the Patriots, the downfall of that team is that their O-line is very mid, and Texans deep very good. And I have a feeling they're going to be chasing Drake May like a motherfucker and getting after Drake May and hurting Drake May. And the inconsistency of the run game for the Patriots is also a key factor, just because, the O-line is mid at best. So I think it's a low scoring game because the Patriots defense is enough there to cause, that's the other thing. Houston's O-line is hot trash.
Yeah.
It's bad. And the front seven of New England's good.
Like a defensive touchdown might determine the game, whichever
Yeah,
defense goes.
That's what
honestly,
I'm saying. Like, who
Yeah.
makes the big play? I don't know.
Yeah.
I could
I
see
don't
I could see a defensive touchdown on both sides.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
could see it. I could see that. Yeah. I think this is going to be like a 17-14 game. Like, oh God.
1 minute, Kevin.
I'm going to give it to the Pats. Oh,
My head says Pats, but I went with my heart on that.
I'm going to go with Pats. Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know what you think of the Seahawks game against the 49ers and the rest of the NFL playoffs. Go ahead and blue sky us. I am SB. Sean is NastyBilly22. Kevin is at Emerald Bowler. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Tell us what you think of the topics we talk about in the comments below. We'll be back next week, hopefully previewing the NFC Championship game with the Seahawks in it. And soon we'll be into some Mariner stuff, hopefully, some Kraken, some Torrents. So with that, we will see you next time on Washington, East to West Sports. Let's bring back our Sonics.